Yeah. Oh shit, the lighting's kind
This lighting is terrible, guys.
It's alright. Oh shoot, that's terrible.
Maybe it's Jesus. Remember you said Jesus is behind us?
Jesus in the back.
Then I said Jesus is not behind.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Mariya.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Frankie.
Hey, what's going on? There's a female voice here, bro, man.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
You know what's different? Why am I at the back?
I don't know, bro.
Nah.
You came late, bro.
How could I come late when you picked her up? That's
But
naked.
we live near each other.
Yeah, true.
Me not care about all of that.
Actually, usually I'm here late all the time, so
You're on time because of me today.
Jeez, see,
Yeah.
that's why
That
women
helps.
are always great, huh?
That helps. That helps. All right, let's get straight to it. We're
Straight.
going to.
That's cancel culture. What if there's
Let's get
homosexual?
left, right to it. Let's get bent to it. Does that help?
Let's get in it.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Let's get in it. That kind of actually helps with the topic today.
How is okay?
Getting in it? We're getting straight in it.
Okay.
All right. So, you ready?
So, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. The topic today.
Some
is-
build up.
I know. Listen, hey, this is bad. You know, 3 people in the car is just different. All right, cool. So the topic today is, what is it again?
Oh my goodness, friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits and marriage. Go.
Okay, so first question. Has anyone had a friends with benefits arrangement before?
Oh.
What's the deep one like? First of all, I'm gonna have to put it out
like
there.
it.
Straight in.
That depends what arrangements we're referring to.
Friends with benefits.
Benefits.
Yeah, but what are the benefits?
So defining friends with benefits is you've got an arranged sexual friendship situation going on and there are no ties.
So you're friends and you have sex, but there's no commitment.
Yeah.
Then no.
No?
No, not me.
Because?
Because, well, I just don't feel I've ever seen someone in that capacity to have them in certain interactions or activities as it is, at the same time also be seen as friends. I tend to be I'm a sapiosexual, which means I tend to bond with people's stimulated mind, and I don't really
That makes
feel
sense.
physical attraction to that capacity sometimes. I'm happy to be platonic when needs be.
That makes sense.
And also most, if not all, my previous girlfriends have always been friends first before girlfriend. So I don't need to lead on to something until it's actually official.
But in the days of Hinge and Tinder, I can't, for me it's difficult.
You
I
can call
feel-
them friends?
Then, well,
Okay, what's the
that's
difference
true,
between
actually.
link up and a friend then?
a friend is someone you will hang out with and have a good time with, and you might talk about certain things, more personal things with. And a link up would be purely casual, like you only see them for sex, and if you have conversations, it's to arrange having sex.
Oh, okay,
That's
So-
what my understanding is.
So friends with benefits is you are genuinely friends and you've also got a sexual thing going on.
Yeah, but I think there can be degrees of friendship. can't there?
Yeah.
You can be,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
I
be really
don't-
good friends, or you can be like more
But I think I've had-
acquaintances.
I've had link ups. I haven't had friends with, I mean, maybe we could
Would
say
you?
we're friends. Yes and no. No, because I think for me anyway, like I do like the idea of being like that with a friend, but at the same time I think it would get weird
Why?
because I'm like, if I'm that connected with someone, if I'm like physically connected with someone, chances are I'm gonna get feelings. Do you know
But
what I
that's
mean?
usually what happens with friends with benefits,
Yeah.
don't they?
And so I wouldn't want to be in a situation where my friend that I'm also having sex with starts to like distance herself from me because the sex, do you know what I mean? The sex dynamic has brought something else into the friendship. Do you know what I mean?
Interesting. That tends to be the reason why I diss myself from certain females if they feel like we're becoming friends. Like, I don't want us to be friend zone X, Y, Z, and I don't want them to see me as a friend zone, or I see them as a friend zone. So I distance myself from them to prevent all of that.
So wait, this is with people you casually see.
Just girls who I genuinely want them to be my girlfriend. So I don't want them to be, because I know I said that I have friends first, but sometimes, you know, if you go that avenue too deep too soon, there's no return. So I prevent myself. So I always distance myself to catch feelings of that capacity, knowing something can never happen from it.
I have to get this straight. So you distance yourself from girls that you like.
Generally, like, but I know that
Just
they
slow.
don't feel the same way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So when it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you don't want to be hurt.
But hold on. So wait,
Yeah,
how does
so yeah.
that brings me to something? How do you initiate friends of benefits? Have you been in a friends of benefits situation?
I have.
And how did that get initiated?
It
There was like,
it didn't. I don't know. It just happened. It was off like it's through dating apps,
yeah.
and so you meet and you have a really great time, and then because you've met on a dating app, there's already that's already the foundation. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
It's already
Oh, okay.
sexual in that way because you met because you're attracted to one another, and then it became a friendship at the same time. But there was no like.
See,
commitment.
okay. I never get to that point. I never get to that. Like usually, because I'm on a dating app, whatever, and then we start linking up, and then it's like sex, and then it's like, and I've got a really toxic, you know what I mean, relationship with apps like Hinge and stuff like that. Because after I've had sex, this is gonna sound bad, but I've kind of got what I wanted. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so now, then it usually starts to feel forced. For me, anyway, the people I've linked up
But
with.
then I feel like that's because you didn't genuinely like that person. You just found them attractive, and then you got what you needed.
You're
and
lusting over
Yeah.
there.
If
But
they
how-
were
how-
nicer,
okay.
or if you gelled more and more compatible, you'd probably want to spend more time with them
Yeah.
after, or see
That's-
them again. No.
Honestly, I think that's what I would have wanted.
What about
And then
holiday
situation.
hookups? Does that count?
As a friend of benefits? No, man.
Because you still kind of keep in contact.
Do you still keep in contact? Have you? So you've got a story.
Yeah,
Have
you got
I?
a story. Yeah, you
I ain't got no story. I'm just
He has a
pointing.
story. Go on. Give the
Story about what?
A holiday hookup?
Well, as we already know, Frankie's a virgin.
This guy's a
Why? Okay, we'll get back.
I'm a
but
sapiosexual.
Why?
But I'm a virgin. Go on.
Sapiosexual does not mean that means I'm stimulated and aroused by a female's mind and thought. Why is it so hard? A lot of people don't believe that I'm a virgin. Why?
Because you came
I
in
know you.
here.
I came in here.
Like I don't have friends with benefits because I like deep emotional connection.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I see how you did that. I see how you're trying to like. Okay, but cool. Let's go back to the holiday situation.
So what
That's
happened? Where were you?
Yeah.
Activities have occurred, but not all activities means sex.
No.
Okay, so.
But did this activity mean sex?
I'm a virgin. What?
Okay.
What's it ever?
Go on. All right, cool. Tell us about this holiday hookup. and
Which
why-
one though?
Hey! There goes that theory about virgin.
Okay, your best
Of
holiday.
course. Wait.
All right, so
best
let's see
holiday
which
hookup.
one.
The best one. The most
That's
exciting
sick.
one.
You mean to tell me you like, let's say you've kissed more than one person in different holidays. You'll say, oh, which kiss are you referring
I've
to?
never had a
Okay.
holiday hookup.
Oh,
No?
for
Have
real?
you?
Why not?
Yeah.
Is it just
Yeah, I've had a couple of them.
only two?
Yeah.
Which one are you referring to?
Well,
Yeah,
before
a
he
lot.
tells you, before he tells us, I think you should start with your story because you're trying to avoid talking.
I'm not
about-
avoiding. He's okay.
go
What?
on, go on,
Okay.
go on.
What is the question?
So the question is, we're trying to figure out what, for me anyway, trying to figure out what the difference between a link up and a friends of benefits arrangement.
Oh, we're still on that?
No?
That was like 10 minutes ago, bro.
Really? Oh, 'cause I still don't know. I'm like, what? So what is it?
We kind of established a friend is someone you actually have a bonding outside of just
Oh, that's
hooking
it.
up.
Yeah. But you said, what about a holiday hookup?
But he said he still talks to his holiday hookups. They're not hooking up anymore,
Oh.
but they've become friends. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. So
Because
what's the story?
it's just generally that we enjoyed each other's companies.
When?
So
Where?
Where? How
okay,
old? What
you
date?
already know I've been to a lot of countries.
Give us dates.
Genghis
times.
Khan mentality, bro, man. Yeah, I've been, okay, where's the last place I went? Nothing happened in the Netherlands. It's been lockdown, guy. I can't remember.
Who is this person? You don't need to tell us who the person is, but
Where was I
the
before
person that you're
Netherlands?
talking about that you're still friends with.
Yeah, who's that person?
I mean, clearly they're
No,
not
okay, so
friends.
before Netherlands, I went to Italy. Italy is like my European home.
Okay.
That's like my.
He speaks Italian as well.
That was by accident.
You want to speak some Italian?
Perché?
Go on.
Perché?
Okay.
No capito italiano.
Hey, what does that mean?
So you don't understand Italian?
No, I don't. No, I just say no. Italian.
No.
No. Okay, no.
No, you're practically fluent. So Italy. So I went to Italia for. So the main reason was for Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week. Sorry, and so I already, because I've been there plenty of times. I already know a few people there. Met someone who I knew from about 3-4 years prior. She used to live here in London, but obviously she lived near where I was in Italy. So I just said, hey, we're around, we'll meet up. And then we hadn't always been in contact like consecutively. It was just one like, oh, happy birthday, or how are you, or kind of. But then when obviously we always make sure everyone's okay. So I just stayed in contact, just kind of mutual as friends like that. And then when I did go to Italy, we just kind of
had a thing.
Yeah.
So if you had moved to Italy, would it have been a regular thing, or do you think you would have been dating?
I think I probably dated her. Yeah, I think I probably would have dated her. I got a soft spot for Italian females.
You know what's interesting though? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know if I've ever stayed in that place between link up and relationship.
What is that place?
Friends with benefits.
So you
Like,
link up
for
either
me-
becomes a girlfriend or doesn't.
Usually, I don't think there's a situation where it hasn't become anything.
Serious.
Has become anything. Do you know what I mean? It's either been a link
Have you
up,
even tried?
nothing,
Have you tried?
and then do you know what I mean? Dating, and then we're having sex because we're in a relationship. And I think for me, I don't know, like I just feel like because guys don't consent sex.
They don't what?
Don't consent sex.
What do you mean?
So like, it's like usually guys not like the guy's not in a situation where it's like, okay, I want to have sex and sex is happening. Do you know what I mean? It's usually the girl's like, I want to have sex, and then it's like, okay, now sex is happening. Do you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, apparently, it's rape or rapey.
Yeah, it is rapey not to get consent first, but it works both ways. Like,
Yeah.
equally, a man might not be in the mood, and a
Yeah.
girl could be forcing herself on him.
But the first time,
Oh, you'll be surprised.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some wild girls out there,
Men
you know.
can be pressured. Men can be pressured.
Yeah, men
too.
can be pressured.
Just like
Yeah.
women can. I think maybe women experience it more. Maybe I'm not sure, but I know men definitely do as
But
well.
I think when a man is
Totally
aroused, like, you don't have to say anything, you can see it.
But even so, even when a woman's aroused, it doesn't necessarily mean she wants sex. Same as with a man, you might be aroused but not want to have sex, or
Okay.
have sex with that person, or do it right now. It's more complicated than.
The way I'm putting it, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the reason why I'm saying it like that is because that's how I kind of view it. Do you know what I mean? And so when I'm approaching a woman, and there is like some sort of sexual vibes, the most I'm doing is like throwing a couple of seeds. Do you know what I mean? And just flirting and doing bits and bobs, and then it's like, okay, let's do it. And then it's like, okay, cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than me being like, I want to have sex.
Yeah,
with you.
but
Do you know
that's
what I
the
mean?
warm up to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flirting is part of setting
Yeah,
the mood
yeah,
and
it's
enticing someone as well.
Yeah.
It has to be a bit of seduction.
So basically my point is, because I've never been in a situation where I'm like, let's have sex,
Would you
unless I'm in a relationship with this girl. Yeah, it's never really gone the route of friends with benefits. Does that make sense? No?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so how can I put this? Because, alright, so me and a girl started talking, whatever, app. I'm a long-winded guy, but anyway. Me and a girl started talking on app or whatever, and then we're dating, and then now what happens? Now what happens? And then I might start flirting some more. When the now what point happens, I don't know what to do. When it's like now what, usually well, that's on you. That's kind of where my mind is at.
So once you've had sex,
No, before.
okay, so before you've had sex, you're like, what?
I never do anything past flirting necessarily. I'm
Okay,
not
you want her to initiate. You just let her know
Exactly.
you're interested.
exactly,
Okay.
yeah. And because that's always been the case for me, and I've never been with a girl that's like, I just want to have sex and bust out, unless it's been through an app and it's after that and I'm just done anyway. Or it's been a situation where like we're in a relationship. Basically, because I'm not pushing the envelope, because I'm not saying this is what I want, I'm never in a situation where I can control the friends and benefits situation. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, are you trying to say that because it's not clearly stated what you want, once you've had the sex, you're just like, okay,
Just
I don't
go-
know what's going on now,
Yeah.
Just winging it.
and then you just back off.
But now I'm actually realizing I don't understand what friends and benefits actually is.
It's kind of obvious what it is, though. Because you said you have. Explain your story. Maybe it will have a better understanding
Okay,
of
so-
what the heck this guy's talking about.
I'm trying to think.
The few times, there's
What
been
was I
a
talking
few friends with benefit situations,
Mm-hmm.
and the most friends with benefits I'd say would have been this person that we had just developed a good friendship as we were seeing each other. but from the beginning it was kind of clear that we weren't looking for a relationship. So that was already established, so it was casual. So technically we both could have been seeing other people if we wanted to.
Okay.
But we spent a lot of time together and we spoke a lot. And so we hung out a lot and we spoke about a lot of different things, and obviously there was that other element to it as well, and that's what my friends with benefits. And it kind of became a bit situationshipy, just because spending all that time with someone and being intimate, you just form attachments.
Yeah.
So even though I knew just as much as he knew that we didn't want to be together and that long term it wouldn't work, it wasn't easy to end it. But I don't necessarily think all friends with benefits are like that. I did have another one where it was there was less of the friendship aspect, which made it very clear and very easy.
Do you think they work long term, like friends with benefits? Do you think they?
Yeah, they can work long term. What do you mean by work long term?
Like, because as far as I know, people that have been in friends with benefit situations, it lasts for like a couple months and it's done. Is there a scenario that you know of where someone like is in a friends with benefit situation?
Yeah, mine have been really long.
Really?
Yeah, they've been like almost a year.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'll talk to a lot of guys about it, but like, yeah, every guy that I spoke to about like friends with benefits, it's always like, yeah, I was seeing her and it didn't work after like 2 months.
Because either someone gets in a relationship or someone catches feelings. And I think also with me, I'm in denial about my feelings for a long period of time as well. And so then because you're not addressing those feelings and because you're not having those conversations and checking in, it can go on for longer than it should.
Yeah. Yeah, many when it comes to intimacy, they live in denial about emotions. I don't know whether to protect themselves or to prevent breaking the environment you've created.
Yeah, you kind of get used to it, don't you?
Yeah.
You kind of enjoy it and you don't
want to
ruin
ruin
there are
it.
feelings as well. Like even if they're not, there are feelings involved.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Then
definitely.
you do kind of try and protect what you've created, even though you know that it's not.
From earlier, I remember one hot girl kissed me. I caught feelings. I was like, rah, this is my wife right here. I was only 14, but I was like, yeah, this I'm going. Listen, it's a hard knock life.
Have you ever been in a situation where like I had a holiday crush, going back to holiday crush, and nothing happened between me and her, but it was one moment where she smiled at me.
That was like epic, bro.
And I was like, that's it. That's the one.
You're in love.
I'm in love. I'm in love,
old
man.
were you?
This was uni. So I was like, yo, maybe 20, 21.
When you were
Where was this?
This was in Croatia.
Oh, the tour one.
The tour one, yeah. So
Were you
I
both
remember
on this holiday together?
No,
we spoke about it.
But no, because my university had a similar thing, a sporting tour kind of thing. So.
Yeah, there was like this tour thing that I worked on, and people from different unis all linked up in Croatia for like a week.
I probably would have been there as well, but I think that was the year you went was 2012,
I
2013?
can't remember the year.
But yeah, I remember we spoke about it, and that was the same year I had the choice
got
either go
pictures and
that
everything,
or
man.
spring break in Miami.
Oh man, it's
So I
crazy. I was working. So I was working as like a tour guide.
had a rep.
Not a rep, whatever. And
You're
so,
a rep, bro.
and so I was a rep, yeah, I was a rep. No, I'm not ashamed of it.
Represent, bro, man.
And yeah, so basically when the students went out to like clubbing, whatever, me and my other boy, who were both working, would wear like visors, and we would yeah, we'd be like supervising, make sure no trouble went down, and have radios and stuff. But yeah, there was this one girl, and we were all the same age as well, which was, yeah, anyway. So yeah, we were like, there was this one girl that I was like, oh, she's nice, but I wasn't really, do you know what I mean? I wasn't focused on her. And then she kind of gave me the eye.
Hey, that's your.
So she gave me the eye, and I was like, oh.
Can you show us what the eye is?
My gosh, it was kind of like that. You know when they look and then they kind of like look away. Like I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that was my.
I'm skeptical of them because I always think, what is your plot? Like,
What do you think?
is this a
Approach her
dare?
after.
Yeah, did you approach her?
Maybe that was her invitation.
All right,
for
so
you to
this is the
approach
bad
her.
thing, right? So this
Put a
happened.
pin on that. I'm coming back to that one.
Okay.
This happened on the day they were leaving. So like it happened when they were all like ready to get on the coach.
So maybe she
And I was like,
teaching
shit, I should have.
you. You should have.
I should have.
You should have.
We have all, I don't know for, maybe less for females, but I feel guys have had many missed opportunities. Like
can
when
say
we
that.
look back at it, we're like, you know, if I just did this or tied my shoelace the
Yeah.
other way or something random, like, that would have definitely happened without you. Because there's a lot of chicks in school and uni that if I did things a few different, things could have gone a bit better. But
Talking about this, I feel like I want a friends of benefit situation.
Why?
Because it sounds like if that girl was like
Sounds
still in my
perfect
life
setup.
and we were just having fun,
I don't think it always works. It depends. Like out of the people that I have in my, out of the ones that I've had, I'm only friends with one of them. But he was the person I made the best friendship with. But
I think it's gonna soon be that time that everyone has it with this lockdown thing, bro.
That's another thing. It's so hard.
Why would the lockdown create more friends with benefits?
Because there is no chance to be dating. There is no
so you
time.
just gotta look in your friend circle.
Literally.
Just
go on your.
I'm not gonna lie though. I kind of have been in a situation where I'm just scrolling through my contacts like.
And have you found any potentials?
You know, there's this one girl. Oh wait, but I shouldn't because she might know who she is. I've started now. There is a girl.
Don't do it.
There is this girl. This is wild. This could be. It's good. There is this girl. Who is this Lucifer? Right? And I'm just like,
bro, man.
I'm just like in my mind. I'm like, I don't know.
But your body.
Can I finish the story, guys?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, there's this girl, and I know that I'm on some not a serious thing. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I feel like she's a cool person.
Right.
And this is probably another reason why I haven't had friends with benefits. If I'm your friend, then I'm just your friend. I wouldn't want to be your friend knowing that I also, knowing, I'm not trying to initiate friendship knowing that I want something just sexual.
Already built your friendship. But why do you want something sexual with her? Have you always wanted something sexual with her?
Devil's behind.
That's what I'm saying, it's bare red. Go on, what'd you say?
I said, have you always wanted something sexual from her, but it just became a friendship?
I'm gonna reveal too much. Yes, well, yes. And then I realised this girl is sweet, like she's a cool person. I still wanted something sexual from her, but I was like, actually this girl was actually really sweet. And so I just kind of stepped back with the sexual energy and was just kind of cool.
Okay.
And I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. Maybe. I don't know what I was trying to say earlier. But what I was trying to say earlier, I think, was it's either one or the other. Or relationship.
I have a question. So did you meet her with the intention of... I just want to understand, was you both meeting with each other with the intention of something more developing?
We met on a date of that. We met on a date of that. And
But why did you decide you didn't want anything more?
Because she's just like a sweet girl, so and I'm on this app on some horny shit where it's like, okay,
so you she was not into just something casual, and you want something casual, and so you didn't want to.
Yeah. The lamest term, yeah.
But did you ask her?
No, I ain't asking her. That's the thing, like, because I'm never gonna be in. I don't know, maybe it's just a guy thing, but I'm never gonna be like,
not, bro.
Do you want anything more than? Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's good to like establish what the other person is looking for. Like, I think honesty and transparency is like the best thing. Like, you both know what you want, and then you can decide together. Okay, is this what we want? No. If I'm not feeling this, we can continue a friendship. Like, I don't know. It's better just to have everything out on the table and be like, this is what I want. Are you down for that? And if they're like no, then you're like cool. And then if you want,
and we did have that conversation actually.
We did have that conversation of that.
But no, I'm saying too much. She gonna know who this is. All right, cool. The conclusion of it was
she already knew as soon as you said app or whatever you started talking about, man.
No, there's a few girls on these dating apps.
Right, yo, you're talking still, Ben.
Anyway, I'm talking too much. Anyway, so yeah. Wait, what's the question?
I've forgotten the question.
You were like, why don't you just? What was the conclusion when you did tell her?
Oh yeah, so you said.
Okay, what was the conclusion when we kind of just spoke? See, I was in such a deep conversation. I forgot. This thing cuts up every 23 minutes.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so we have to put like a little beep to let people know that. You know what I mean? It's like technical difficulties, but that's every week.
So someone needs to be on it.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, go on.
I was gonna say on dating apps, sometimes people's bios will say, like. For something casual, but with someone I can connect with, and they kind of say that they want friends with benefits.
Yeah.
That would be quite helpful if you do that.
You know what you think? I might. Let me do it now. I'm gonna download this Hinge app.
I think you should download Tinder.
You think Tinder's better?
I don't know. It's not better. It's not better, but it's better for casual
hookups,
stuff.
Hookups.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Plenty of Fish?
That's long though.
How old are you?
That's long though.
I just feel like that's like a middle-aged
She's like, how old are you?
I see I'm not welcome in this building.
That is a long. I remember like going to Plenty of Fish and like filling out like paragraphs of like my bio.
That's probably
writing
the most
loads.
serious kind of dating one, isn't it?
It's a serious one. I'm asking, bro. Why are you shooting the messenger?
Well, okay. So wait.
What was
Wait.
it? Bumble. I like Bumble
Because
the woman has to speak first.
Yeah.
And which was why when I said put a pin, one of the reasons was like, what's wrong with the female making the first move?
I always, most of the time, make them.
Hey,
And I have
talk
lots of-
Yes, girl. Yeah, you do. Yo, you know.
Okay, not always, but most of the time it is me making the first move, and I know that's true of like a lot of my friends as well. But I think generally a lot of women don't feel comfortable making the first move because you're kind of ingrained to think it's the man who comes to you, and you're not. You know, that's not what you're meant to do. You're not meant to be too forward, and I think it takes a long time to like unlearn that. Maybe.
Definitely.
I got a question now.
Go on.
Like, do you think the way we're introduced to sex, like in our teens or like in school or whatever, is toxic?
School can do a way better job.
Because I really feel like kind of like going through a kind of like savage stage and end up where I am now. Like, I kind of feel like that was my way of learning.
Yeah, because we didn't, especially now you understand so much more having gone through the whole process.
Yeah.
You get what you shouldn't have done and what you should have done, and things that made you uncomfortable and things you should have spoke about at the time, and you kind of don't know those things, or you don't know what's okay and what's not okay. And that's why I like I May Destroy You, because it brings up all of these topics and all of these conversations around concern, around protection.
What's I May Destroy You?
Yeah, you see I May Destroy You? Michaela Cole's series on BBC. It was on BBC. Oh, it's like BBC iPlayer. Or maybe.
Oh, I only saw the first episode.
You should definitely watch it.
I would. Yeah, I love the first episode. Yeah.
Because it explores sex and the boundaries and the bloodlines and you know how some things you don't realize are actually not okay.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff that I saw, I'm not gonna say I partook in necessarily because I was virgin. Like I was. Everyone that knows me from Evelyn Park knows I was super virgin boy.
What are you naming school for no reason, bro? You're just blowing each covers, bro, man.
The school don't exist no more.
It's not a thing anymore.
It's not a thing anymore. But anyway, like, I remember like the things I saw. Oh man, and the way we responded to it. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell a story. This is mad. I'm not gonna say any names, but I remember there was one point where a bunch of the roadmen, if you want to put it like that, were like, yo, Ben, come down here, whatever. We're in the corridors, whatever. They called me down. I was a prefect in it, so I was like, patrolling. Like I said, super virgin, boy. Anyway, then I was like, yeah, come, Ben will be down,
Right.
Because I was kind of a hyperactive kid. Anyway, so I followed these guys around to a little like alcove, little space, and there's this girl on her knees.
Giving head.
I'm not giving head, but she's like waiting. Like, who?
Girl from school.
Yeah, girl from school. Like, who's next? Go.
Were they
go,
paying?
Go.
Were they paying her for this?
No. She was just down for it, and you're like, yo, Ben, if you want your things, do you know what I mean? Then
wait, this happened in school?
in secondary school, I was year 11.
School is.
If you want your things, do you know what I mean? Bruv, go. And I was like, now, at the time, because I was dealing with like my own insecurities, I wanted to be cool. So I was looking at these guys like, yeah, I can do this. But then I saw her face, and I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't do it. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't. But it was just one of those ones where like, at the time, or maybe like even college or when I went through uni, if I remember that time, I'd be like, oh, them guys will, do you know what I mean? That was horrible and that was everything. Now I kind of look at it from a perspective of, we knew no better. Do you know what I mean? These guys that I thought were like cool and tough didn't know any better. They were just like, well, they probably did know better, but they were young and dumb. Do you know what I mean? And she was young and dumb as well. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, what is the message that a kid that could potentially go through that right now, that we could send? Do you know what I mean? What's the message that we can send to them people that are going through sexual issues right now and not wanting to explore themselves sexually but not knowing how to?
It's okay to ask questions. Many wouldn't know who to ask. That's where the problem is.
Their answers are in porn.
Huh?
That's not good advice. Sorry, ignore that.
It creates a lot of problems, doesn't it?
does.
Lisa Ann said porn is not good. Do you know she did a lecture in Oxford?
Who's this?
Lisa Ann.
I don't know who Lisa Ann.
I don't know who Lisa Ann is.
Well, for real, you know, she's
No,
like
I don't.
probably one of the greatest porn stars of all time.
Really?
She did a lecture in Oxford University this year.
Was it like
Really?
This year's a mess, bro. I don't get. When I saw the thumbnail, I couldn't believe what I saw.
Really?
Lisa Ann in Oxford, and you know, all dressed up formally. Of course, majority of the audience were male. If I were in Oxford, I would have attended that, but I'm not gonna front. But yeah, she was just saying how porn is not a very good indicator of learning.
That's definitely not.
But that's the thing; it's the only accessible thing where you can look at, which
is raw information.
Yeah, and no, it's just there, bro.
Yeah.
Even now, when I see stuff, I'm like, rah.
You said too much, Frankie.
Frankie,
stop. Greg, stop. Said too much.
That's the virgin, right?
Yeah, said the version. But yeah, so
bro, there's some filth out there, bro, man.
Each their own, right?
But yeah, so like, what's the because I really think I would have benefited
I'm
from
traumatized
listening
again now, bro, man.
I really think I would have benefited from listening to the version of me now, or listening to like people have this conversation when I was that young. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, so like I said, it is a question, but then who else? I feel, I've always said in any capacity, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, when we talk about other serious topics, I've always said education is very important. And I don't mean education like classrooms or do your homework. I mean educating yourself, because I feel I've learned more now than I did in school.
But I think...
Yeah, but you're an adult now.
That's what I'm saying. But also, should it take me to be an adult to get this information? Because the stuff I know is not necessarily rocket science. It's just stuff that I just actually do my own research and actually learn proper.
Well, when you're younger, you don't know really how to research properly, and you don't know what a credible site is and what's not a credible site. And there's so much information, and a lot of it isn't always, true. So I think, and especially when we were younger, we weren't really using Google in secondary school so much, were we? Or like.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Is that
you're younger than me then. But
no, we had computers.
So, that's why. And nobody talks about it, do they? We don't really learn. Like my parents didn't talk to me.
When I mean research, it doesn't just mean internet though. I mean like you can research from so much. Like asking. That's what I said at the start. Asking is not seen a thing to be able to do. Yeah,
because everyone's very conservative and everyone's quite awkward about it, and lots of people don't necessarily know enough. Or
that was creepy.
It was a leaf, guys.
You were like, not everyone.
I reacted because you reacted.
Did I?
Was like, what the hell?
That's what autumn does.
Sorry, go on. What were you gonna say?
I understand why lots of people don't, like as a young person, why you don't know any better, and you don't, because you do have so many burning questions, and you don't know what's normal and what's okay, and if you're normal, and you're going through all these changes, and everything's so confusing, and then you just don't know where to go, and no one really wants to talk to you about it properly either. But now I feel like there's so many more conversations about it happening, and so many different TV shows addressing it, and so many more, credible websites that are talking about this and talking about porn and talking about, masturbation and talking about consent, and these things are quite ingrained in culture as well. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
you're.
Kids now are more clued up than we were.
Yeah.
And that's because there's more conversations happening outside of their bubbles, that they're kind of outside of their school life or outside of their home life then, and because they're using social media, they're kind of more clued up.
But I mean, I had
I
had sex education in school.
Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Terrible.
And I think
the hell was that, man?
Like there is things that you can like learn from, but there's so much information out there that a lot of it will contradict it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of information out there, and I think educating yourself is like, do that, but how and where? Because I know that I could. It's funny, even today, I can read up on something and be like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. But when you're horny and you know what I mean, you got to deal with your own energy and your own inhibitions, it's so much more difficult to be disciplined and rational.
Disciplined in what sense? Like control your urges. Disciplined.
Oh damn, I'm saying too much.
I'll say urges. I'll say urges. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So have you ever been in? Oh shit! What the fuck? All right, cool. You're in a situation. There's no way I could talk about this without being raw.
Just do it.
All right, cool. All right, shoot. All right, cool. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, random scenario, not my scenario, right? That's an easy fix, right? That's how you fix it. All right, so said random guy in a situation with a girl, they're having sex.
Okay.
Right? Oh, that's a bad example. All right, so
use your example.
Not my example. Guy is feeling frisky and wants to express himself in a abrasive way.
What does that mean? Towards whom?
I mean, like, some guys, like, deep, passionate missionary. And some guys, like, handcuffs
Bro,
and...
that was...
Do you know what I mean? And some guys, like, do you know what I mean? 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
People have their own.
Nah,
How
but
does 50 Shades of Grey guy find himself in a healthy way?
What do you mean? So how does he explore that
How does he explore his sexual urges
without?
without sex.
in a healthy way?
What's the healthy way?
What's the teenage version of the grey guy? What's he going through?
But I feel like as a teenager, you're starting out, so you're not gonna go for like whips and
Yeah, you don't.
chains and-
I don't know one who lost their virginity with a chain.
But I'm saying, wait, this is funny,
That
but
would be
I'm
mad, bro.
facts though. Like,
I guess maybe
that
now
guy-
it's more realistic.
that guy
Yeah,
became
but
that.
it's because he was abused. So basically,
Yeah.
the story is he was abused as a child. So he was. It's basically his adopted mother's.
I've never watched this
friend-
film, by the way.
Yeah, I
so.
watched it. The adopted mother's friend used to use him as her sex slave.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
she would tie him up and stuff. And so then that was kind of his. It was from his own abuse that's why he was
What
into
he
it.
is, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying that that's why people are into it. But,
So let's just say, hypothetically, teenage Timmy
right.
watches 50 Shades of Grey,
And he wants to try it out.
wants to try it out.
Has
It's
he
like,
already
that
had
feels
sex?
like me. Yeah, let's say he's had sex.
Then you try it out with someone who also wants to try it out, don't you?
Yeah, it's consent. That's what I'm saying. It's
And
an
then also
educational
research
thing.
is important too, isn't it? To be like, okay, how
And
do I
where's
do
he getting
this
these
and
equipments
where-
from, bro?
His mom's.
His
Nah,
mom's
bro.
jaw. Mom was tripping.
Mothers are moms are wild, bro, man.
I just think, like,
Your
yeah,
smile.
man.
You got
Virgin,
another
yeah?
story.
Yeah, I don't know. What I'm doing anyway right now, and this is the reason why me and said hinge girl I'm not pursuing it, is because I'm trying to be more in control of my sexual urges. Like, I genuinely, like, want to be able to say, I don't want to have sex for a year, and be able to not have sex for a year.
So you want to be abstinent.
I want to be able to say I'm going to be abstinent and do it.
Okay. So have you said that before and not been able to?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see.
Relapse is normal, I would say. So
Like,
How
there's
long
nothing
did
to be
you
ashamed
last?
for.
Why did you decide you wanted to firstly?
Because I didn't like how the urge to want to have sex would control. Like, have you ever been in a situation where it's like you've planned out your week, you've got work to do, and this is it. I'm doing this, and all of a sudden on Thursday you end up in Birmingham. Like, why am I here? Because I just wanted to. Do you know what I mean?
How far you've travelled?
It's been bad.
Bro.
But I'm saying, like, what is
I
that?
know a lot of people who've done some mileage
And that's what I'm talking about.
to get the source.
What is that thing where it's like, I'm going to abandon every logical thing that I have in my
Desire,
diary?
isn't
It's desire, but it's also a fear. I think it's like it's the reason why we're all here, sex. I mean, no one's really talking about how to not control, but like have a healthy relationship with that
everyone,
urge.
Yeah, it's true actually. We don't get taught to have it, and like, I think a lot of people have those issues surrounding it because I don't know, we're meant to feel ashamed sometimes, or
I still feel ashamed. I can't tell half my stories.
Yeah, you
even now I'm just like, oh,
Even
have
now,
I
it's
said
like,
too
oh,
much?
shit, I said
what
too
if
much.
your friends of benefit, let's say you guys had one, it's going great, nothing in the mid, but what if they say they want to have a threesome with another friend of benefit?
I've had lots of proposals before, and I haven't felt ready or comfortable to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, I can't lie. Born and Mariya, as long as they ain't another dude, I'm down.
Why not?
What?
why not?
You do another dude?
No, not do another dude.
You do another dude?
Are you going to do another man, huh?
I just feel like I know some guys that have, right? And to each his own. but
No,
me,
I'm not saying you have
I
sex
can
with a guy.
imagine you and me in the same.
Yeah, but is it because you know each other? If you didn't know
Why
each other,
am I
would that be
always getting
better?
Sorry,
involved,
I
bro?
just feel like it'd be very awkward.
But
You
if it was like-
touch me with it.
if it was
I can
like-
imagine.
Laugh, bro.
If he was
Just
with
show-
another guy you don't know, would that be okay?
That'd be even more weird. Because I'm
Really?
It would be weird.
I think it's weird if it's some like one of your guys.
Because you know them, and then it's.
I
like,
feel so, yeah. I
seen
thought
you in that
because why for many.
Stop looking at me.
But you'll be in the zone, right?
Stop looking at me.
I'm assuming.
Nigga, man.
This is the thing. I'm super immature as well. Like, shout.
Brush shoulders with him by accident, elbow touching.
No, you whisper. Don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Have you had a threesome?
I love the way you kept on laughing.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm a virgin. I haven't had sex, bro.
Alright, cool.
Fucking hell, bro.
I haven't had a threesome.
Bruh.
So I would with 2 girls. I would.
Okay.
I would with 2 girls.
So 2 guys out the
Yeah,
question.
advertising.
2 guys like hell.
Okay, what if whoever your celebrity crush is, whoever, Rihanna or whoever, she said the only chance you can have sex with me if we have a threesome with another guy.
But like I said before, I'm on a journey right now of being able to control my sexual urges.
When
So
there's certain people
I'd
that
be like,
you
no,
crack, bro.
I might regret it, but I'm really good at being like no in the moment.
Okay, who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, there's a few.
Your top 2.
Give me a UK one, because I can make that a bit more realistic.
A UK one. Georgia Smith.
An American, what's your American one?
Kristen Milian's always been Kristen. Yeah.
She's fabulous.
Oh no. What's her name? Janelle Monáe.
Uh-huh.
Janelle Monáe.
Christine Milian was
Yeah, that's from kids though. I was a young buck watching MTV like. Yeah. What's the why you? Oh, you're just asking in general. Like,
Yeah, I was just asking in general.
So you'd turn down Georgia Smith or Christina Milian or
Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe.
If
It was 2 guys. And she
Yeah.
said I
But
only
he was a hot guy as well, just to make
I'd be
things
like,
better.
yo, you do your thing in it.
Is that her husband?
But this is the thing.
Or
For
her
me, it
husband?
kind of be like a.
Yo, as the kids would say, you're capping.
No. I'm not like honestly, and also the kind like the way I feel about myself. I wouldn't want a girl to be like, the only way you're having sex with me is if. Then I'd be like, all right,
No,
cool, do
it's
your
not
thing.
the only way you're going. It's just like, oh, by the way, would you like to join us?
I'd be like, hey. I'll be
You're
like,
at the party.
the first thing I'll do is talk to the guy. I'll be like, bro, call me after, and I might do it after.
Call me after? Why
Yeah,
would
yeah.
you tell
A
him that?
threesome
Why are
doesn't
you
work
asking him to call you after?
Because I don't really want to
But
be
why
in.
would
I
he
don't
be the
know.
person who call you
Man,
after?
you're
Would it be
being
her who would
foolish,
call you
bro.
Listen, I
after?
feel like I've been baited here. I don't know what I do. Okay, I don't know what I do.
But I just want to establish that maybe you should just ask her to call you after instead of him. I don't know how much sense that
No, but if I, cause
Well, you want a guy to call you?
After.
You're moving different, bro, man.
Yeah,
You changed since the
edited that bit out.
podcast
Maybe you
I'm just
should.
getting edited out. No, but like, yeah, I don't know what I would do, but I wouldn't want to be basically, in a nutshell, I wouldn't want to be in the same room as a guy doing, how? Well, I'm at the front and he's at the back and we're just like looking at each other. It's weird, how?
It doesn't have to happen at the same time either as well. Like,
What, so he's just sitting there just waiting
No,
his
but
turn?
it's like,
There's many ways.
Many ways.
That you.
Go on, explain your ways then.
She could be giving him a blowjob whilst giving you a hand job, or she could be doing cowgirl.
You know a lot for
or
a
maybe
virgin.
both of you are doing something different to her. You know, maybe it's about her instead of about you guys.
Yeah, I'm selfish.
That's correct. You know, funny enough, I did a voiceover yesterday in New Malden, which was just a stop away from where my uni was, and I finished early, and I was like, no, I haven't been there since. So I just went to my old uni town, and I even went to my old halls. I was just literally walking around there. I was like, hey, this is great memories. Then somebody just hit me, was like, I wonder how much sex this building has had.
Yeah. Too
Like-
much, man. I would hate to be a cleaner at uni.
That's ooh, man.
Yeah,
That's
cleaners at uni.
filth, bro.
What were you gonna say?
I've forgotten.
Okay.
But yeah, I just random, but I was just like, yeah, man. I don't know. I was just like, wow, I remember I fell over here. I remember that place. I remember that go. I wonder how much sex this place has seen, man.
But wouldn't that be true of any building?
Universities is a mad thing, especially the
Not a church building.
medical places, bro.
Ooh.
What?
I said not a church building, but then I was like, actually, all these Catholic priest project stories kind of mad.
They're doing a mad thing, bro, man. But no, in essence, I feel I wanted to go back to your point. Why do you feel you said that girls don't approach guys as much? He says because they've not been they've been engineered to be approached to as opposed to approach.
I think so, no?
Okay.
Like, generally we are told growing up, especially when we were younger, I guess maybe things are changing a bit more, but everyone kind of conformed to kind of
Has a guy
gender
rejected you though?
roles. Sorry?
Has a guy rejected you?
When I get rejected, if I've physically gone up to a guy, this is not online dating, and I've asked for their number, they will always give it to me.
I love that.
But it might
Women
not.
though.
But it won't be like, something might not happen after it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they give it because they can't say no to me, not because. Do you know what I mean? Like
because you fly like that.
Hey,
I can't say no to this girl.
She like,
no, I just think
They
it's just
can't
that
say
maybe-
no to me, you know. Do they know?
No, but they might want to say no, but then it's just like, oh, can I don't know, maybe it's feeling bad about saying no to a girl, or feeling, I don't know what it is, because quite often, sometimes I'm in that situation where a guy will approach me and I'm like,
yeah, you're super
I
nice
feel
though.
too bad to not, sometimes I feel obliged because I feel bad.
I've seen you with like the bobbiest dude talking about, please let me, and you give him like 20
Guys
pounds.
say please. Oh, that's.
I'm like, no.
Please. Nah. Yeah, guys need to be. No, to be fair, certain guys need to really work on their game. Like, there've been some.
Apparently me, I asked the guy for a threesome. I asked the guy to not be in the or whatever.
You tell him to call him.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your pickup lines? Do you approach girls in the
He's got
streets
pickup
now?
lines all day.
Why does? Okay.
Go on, Frankie.
Hold on. We need to establish this.
Pickup
and I
line
want,
champion.
even if this is not in like the snippet on social media, I want this cut for what I'm about to say.
Quick disclaimer. All right, go on.
For the longest of times, and I have no idea why, there's this perception that Frankie is some player or is smooth with it, or got the best trap lines. You probably all know, but people in school, people in uni always say,
Why
Frankie,
are you
you're the...
acting like it's like the worst thing that's anyone?
Because it's not who I am. I'm not a player.
How did everyone get this? You know.
I honestly think it's because I am naturally charming and charismatic.
Talk your shit. Hey, flick your hair.
You see it like that, then you're like, for example, okay, you just met me.
Yeah.
Why do you thought I'm not a virgin?
I didn't know.
Go.
You're not.
You better answer that question properly,
You came in
because
saying,
you know.
I've had holiday flings and I can never do friends with benefits because I'm like so deep and I like my sexual connections are all based on emotions and deepness and so that made me assume that you'd had sex.
You the guy. You the guy.
Isn't that the same thing that what a virgin person would say? Is that I'm waiting for the right one.
No, not
you know,
necessarily.
I want connection like that.
No, because I would when I was a virgin, I was like a virgin. Like I didn't talk about sex. I was like, I'm not done it. Like it was like a.
But then again, no. When I was virgin, I'd talk about it like I'd done it.
Did you?
I thought many guys do say.
I lost my virginity.
Oh, you know
late as
that girl? I had sex with them, but they didn't really, or they just about hold their hand. But
did I tell you? Oh shoot! Did I talk about my virginity story on this?
No.
Good. Good. All right.
But yeah, this
back
is
to
the
that.
disclaimer. The perception of I'm always that guy with the
'Cause you're quite
chicks.
confident.
You kind of are.
I've always just confidence.
Why do
legit.
you think he's that guy?
Because you are a good you're confident when it comes to like communicating with people. This is about to cut off again.
But do you have to press it?
Nope.
Like that?
Nope. I love it. All right, cool. What was your question again? I forgot.
Why do you think he's that guy?
Because you're really confident with talking to people.
People or girls?
Girls and people.
Are you
People in general.
Okay.
He's really confident at just communicating, and I think I see your way into communicating with people you don't know is usually on some it's not direct. Do you know what I mean? It's not, hi, I'm Frankie. Who are you? What's your name? Da 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 da. It's like, hey, you are super fly, or you'll do something and it'll make someone laugh, or there'll be like a joke in there somewhere.
Energy.
Yeah, well, to be honest, remember when you said how am I? I didn't answer with I'm fine, did I?
No, he said something wild.
What did you say?
I didn't say, I can't remember what it is because I say a lot of stuff, but I did not
He's like,
say
I like
fine.
you already. Hey, da, da, da.
No, I offered him water. And that's
No, but then in essence, that's what I'm saying. It's just that thing where I thought because I do say something charming, which maybe sometimes can be seen as flirtatious. Maybe I'm incognito with that sometimes. I'm a bit oblivious, but I can see how everyone says, that guy, he knows how to talk to women. In essence, I know how to talk to anyone. I've been to 44 countries in the world, and I've never had a language. I've never had a language barrier. Like, I'm not saying I was able to speak to everyone, but I've never had a situation. I'm always able to communicate with anyone, and I thought that is my gift. And
That is your gift, boy.
so I love it, but just because I can literally charm a lady and make her feel a little bit more special.
Charm Mariya. There's got a lady here.
You're right, bro.
Charm Mariya right now.
I'm easily charmed. So much to me.
So yeah, I can understand how, and to be honest, I was a bit wild in university in sense of
Being a virgin.
running around I used to always be topless in clubs for stuff like that.
Man, like.
For what reason? I don't know, because it was in January in winter, but but
Cisco, was it your inspiration?
sorry?
Was it like a Cisco kind of inspiration?
More Terry Crews, but without the muscles, man. But no, I just always been confident with everyone, and I just thought maybe that's a perception that Frankie is this gigolo or this whore male or whatever.
Gigolo.
But you want to set the record straight.
I set the record straight that I am not that guy when it comes to women.
All right, record's been set. I will just because I think the battery's about to die, and I think we've kind of gone over the usual ending mark of this thing. But just to wrap it all up, do you think we've like have we defined the difference between friends with benefits
Yes.
and a hookup?
Yeah, I definitely have.
We have, right? Okay, cool.
I definitely feel that there is some sense of information that those who are oblivious can get something from this.
Yeah, and also for someone that is out like in school, like teenage years, whatever, going through a bunch of horniness, what advice would you what advice would you give the young version of you?
It's okay to ask questions,
To
and there's nothing to be ashamed of, to the older generation, because they went through the same thing as you.
That's tough, man. I don't. For me, I mean, I respect it, but I think also
It doesn't
be
have to
cautious
be
about.
family. It can also be GPs. There's also I can't remember. There used to be like some them youth clubs. There's
Like mentors.
There are
yeah,
people. Find that person and talk to them. That
there's
makes sense.
people out there.
Or find credible websites that you can find information from. Like NHS website might be quite helpful.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know. There must be more. Maybe we can find some that you can put
The
the
link
link.
in.
Yeah, I'll find some.
Some
Porn
good
is not the
websites.
way. Even
Yeah.
though Lisa Ann was in Oxford University, that's
No,
mad,
but she was talking about.
Yeah, she was.
Right.
I'm gonna link
so
that
maybe
as well.
that's an interesting.
Yeah. I'll send you a link to that one.
I'm gonna link that.
Go them like Lisa Ann, bruv.
And safe sex. Wait. Yeah, I mean, wait for consent.
Yeah.
Friends of benefits is okay if you're on mutual terms. Ain't that right? Tell them. Give them the
As long
information.
as there's honesty and
I
you're
just
honest
realised
with yourself as well.
I can't
right?
put this up. Well, I can. I'm gonna put it up, but I can't
Oh,
now
God.
talk. I can't talk to the girl now.
Yeah, you can.
Because if I talk to a girl now,
How's
and she
she
watches
gonna-
this, she'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah, but then you can be.
But I
like,
thought you said that you both knew what time it was.
we did."
But also maybe she might feel like actually maybe that is something I want to do too.
In essence, we've just helped you. Huh?
She's watching like,
You're more than welcomes.
I'm an idiot. All right, cool. That's it for tonight. That's the podcast. Thank you, Mariya, being part of our
for
first
having me.
guest. This is so nice.
I need to go and urinate now, bro.
Same. I needed to urinate before. Anyway, podcast done. Follow us on Spotify, Anchor at DrawingBOREDPod. That's board spelled BORED. And we are Boredom is the YouTube page where you can watch this video. And Mariya, wanna do your socials? Are you into all that stuff? No. All right. Fuck it. Not happening.
All right, we're gonna put it anyway, bro. I
Put it
don't-
anyway.
She's going on like she has the choice, bro. Man.
Yep. Next to the Lisa. And
That's the one
Oxford
thing
store.
we're not consenting for, bro, man.
All right. Cool.
Do you have to say
Peace.
bye? Oh.
I don't know.
We can keep going.
We gotta keep going.
We essentially have stopped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then if it's there, do you want to do it until the battery dies? Speaking of it, don't you think this thing...
And cut.